Hi, sweetie. I see you made it back to your lonely, lonely room. I expect you weren't expecting me again. On the other hand, you didn't lock your doors or your windows any better than last time. So, I don't know what you were really expecting. I guess you just must like it when I break into your room to explain you things. Today, I'm going to teach you about the Yandere of ASMR. Yanderes, as you know, commonly feature in ASMR. They do two things. Either they kill the romantic rivals, though I suppose they could just eliminate them, or sometimes, more often even, they kidnap the target of their affection, bring them to a remote location, and then love them. Maybe I should do that to you sometime. But I think for now I will restrain myself and just keep restraining you. Now get under the bed. I'm tying you down this time. While the two actions, kidnapping and killing or elimination of romantic rivals, signify the two largest aspects of a yandere. If you do either of those things, you probably count as one. The whole yandere experience is more complicated. For example, many yanderes, their appeal is in wish fulfillment. The yandere whisks the listener to a new environment where the listener has no need to work, except for if they want to. They just can experience the yandere's love. It puts an end to the listener's previous life, which is wonderful if your life isn't going so good. It's a forced holiday, a delightful holiday of love that lasts forever. And since you have no choice in it, just like you don't have a choice in me explaining things to you, you don't have to worry if it's a bad idea. It truly is just wonderful. No need to work, no need to do anything of play. Maybe you might be given the most ordinary passive activities to do, like stand in a room, make light conversation, or sweep the floor, though even that's asking a lot of a listener. So often listeners are just locked up in a room. And to be honest, some days that's not without appeal. Life can be hard some days, but also it'd be irresponsible just to flee away from it. So, the fantasy of a yandere just breaking into your room, kidnapping you, even though you know you should stay, but you have no choice. They did it against your will. So, you just have to go with it, go with the flow, and let them love you in the way that they know how. These yanderes tend to be very, very rich, and powerful and competent, like a queen or a magical space alien. They're very powerful, very shiny. Yandere is very significantly in shininess. On the more gritty end, you have yanderes that just barely escaped from the mental hospital, and on their way back, they hid from the police, broke into your house, and are now threatening your life. Now, you might think that's just a nightmare. Why would anyone willingly wish that upon themselves? You may have heard of this thing. This lovely thing called horror movies. Yeah, people willingly watch movies full of frightening and terrible events. Like, I don't know, zombies coming and killing all your friends. So, the gritty Yandere has elements of horror in it. But horror is stand to desire. Fact fiction, to an extent, is just a desire to feel emotions practice for emergency events. And the emergency of a realistic crazy person breaking into your room, that's quite realistic. It could actually happen. Wow. Magical space wizards falling in love with you, whisking you off to a lovely place. Sadly, it's less likely to happen than a serial killer wanting to make love with you. And a vital part of being a yandere is really, really loving their crush. And I love you. I'm obsessed with you. I have pictures of you on my phone. Pictures that you don't know even exist. Scary pictures. The dictionary definition for yandere states that there has to be an obsession with their target. Now that is definitely a classical feature for a yandere to have. They love the object of their affection, i.e. the listener, so very much. They're obsessed with them. They decorate their room with them. They think that they spend their whole life trying to harvest little items from them, like hair or sweat, to be closer to them. It's truly the best, most epic, powerful form of affection. If you ignore the part of affection where you know you actually care about the other person's happiness. And who wouldn't want to be loved in such a powerful way? The most powerful form of affection. Who wouldn't want that? So you see, little one, that's why yandere can be nice. That's why you might like this. As I hold you down on this bed, brush the hair from your face, admire your eyelashes. 'Cause you see, I love you. I'm a bit obsessed with you. Though, obsession, ASMR at least, is not necessary. Some people want to be wanted by someone so powerful that they barely register upon their radar. You, poor little victim. Cutie. Back on topic. So the yandere is generally obsessed, like I am with you, with their target. I love explaining things to you, my good little listener. But that's not necessary. Perhaps the yandere owns a factory where they just kidnap humans and give them a nice, comfortable life. This generally will be found at the shinier end. Maybe there's an entire harem, and you're just one of many, many people that the yandere likes. This is one way that the ASMR yandere differs from the anime yandere. I think in the anime yandere, obsession is far more important. But you see, yandere is such a good keyword. You'll get like 100 views, even if you make a terrible ASMR video, merely by including ASMR in the title. We want to stretch the definition of yandere as wide as it plausibly could go, so we can get those tasty, tasty views. because I break into your room and then record what I say to you and post it online. I hope that's not too weird. You could become a celebrity if you weren't such a silent listener, which is good. I appreciate what a good acoustic quality your room has. How, even though it's so wonderfully lovely, maybe I should take you home. Once I'm done explaining things to you, then I could explain things to you whenever I wanted. There would be no need to wait. No need to break in, because you would be always in my house. Such lovely dreams. So one element of Yandere that's important is sadism. No, yes, sadism. Well, maybe they don't take pleasure exactly in their obsession, their lover's pain, but oh my, they're quite willing to cause it. Because you see, love normally involves caring for someone's happiness, among other things. You may want to hold their hand, but you also want them to be happy. Good, healthy love in our society is considered to emphasize the wanting the happiness of the other person, not all the other aspects. Yandere love inverts that. It emphasizes every other part of love. A well-adjusted individual might want to hold your hand, but not do it if you don't like it. A yandere, they're willing to hold your hand, even desire it, even if it means you don't get to have hands anymore. Though normally they avoid such violence because it ruins your pretty body. Because you see, you are the most beautiful being ever. Because I'm in love with you. Yanderes often punish their victims. I should say their lovers. For committing the crime, the horrendous crime of leaving. It's truly terrible. So terrible. I don't see how anyone would want to leave. Though maybe if you wanted to have a shiny yandere, but instead you got the crazy yandere with a large desire to stab you, that'd be rough. Which would explain why she's so gritty. You are truly good though. I love you. Love in our society is focused upon increasing the happiness of the object of your affection. But love is a complicated thing. You want to be with them. You want to smell them. You want to touch them. You want to control them. Kiss them. Hold them down under you. Assert how they're truly beneath you. And among those things, you also will care for the happiness. A yandere rejects society. We know the truth. Those other elements, besides the happiness, are the most important parts. The more sadistic yanderes, more willing to hurt you more, for smaller amounts of gain on their part. You see, the most sadistic ones might carve the name into your flesh. A little bit of gain for us. We get to see how we own you. A large cost for you. Your body is modified to our wills. No bodily autonomy for you. The less sadistic ones, well, they care about your happiness more. Not enough to refrain from kidnapping you, or eliminating any potential romantic partners you might think you have, perhaps even forcing you to break up with them. Because you see, they want to be with you. The yandere, that is. The yandere wants to be with you more than they want you to be happy. Is it perhaps a twisted view of love? Perhaps. But love is a complicated thing, you see. Only one of those elements is caring for the happiness of your partner. A more important part is being able to just bitten down your partner. Your greatest desire, your whole wide world, and explain to them ASMR tropes. Truly the most important thing. The vital element of love all the poets were missing. Now look at you, my little listener. Cutie. Cute little listener. You can't escape from me now. A non-sadistic, gritty yandere would be merely someone who's kind of pushy and somehow is avoided. They're just pushy. You sit down at the bench. They sit down next to you. They're going to be with you. Maybe they lean over, grab your wrist, and kiss you a bit. A gritty, sadistic yandere will break into your house and hurt you, perhaps. They might even play with a knife dangerously close to your ear. A sadistic, shiny yandere be so powerful. No need to hide from the cops or the people. Everyone knows what she does. But she has the power. She can march down the street, select whatever crush she wants, and they're now hers. Nothing that they can do. Society endorses her actions. So you'll just have to go with her now. You're helpless. No way to escape. Judging from the comments, some people watch yandere videos because they like to think of ways to escape from her. With a gritty yandere, you have a better chance of escaping because she's weak. Weak, the police are coming. You just have to hold out for a bit longer. You'll be saved. With the shiny yandere, she's happy and very powerful. You'll never escape from her, because she is a magic alien wizard monster who can just trap you within her tentacles. No way to escape, no hope for you. Time to sleep, friend. Lover, cutie pie. Nighty-night. I'll sleep well. I hope you do too, because I have you in my arms, falsely imprisoning you. True imprisonment, you see, is when the government does it, because they have a monopoly on legitimate violence. I'm not part of the government. I'm not quite that shiny. The shiniest yanderes are often part of government, you see, because, well, it allows them to escape the consequences. But it's nighty-night time. Now, good night.